Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. I'm your host for LG Productions, and you are watching another episode of Speak Up. So come on in here. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and also subscribe if you are new, and you can leave your comments below. Let's get into these topics I want to speak up on. Okay, so this is my first time reporting any type of Huntsville news. I usually let that another sector of the YouTube streets handle that, but since I'm here and since I'm speaking up on different things and topics, I'd rather do it. I'd rather start doing it now. I don't know how much I'll do that because a lot of the stuff that goes around on the internet is just weird to me. But anyways, I have two stories I want to talk about from the Real Housewives from Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville, currently airing every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time on the OWN network and anywhere else on your streaming that you can get it. Shout out to Mr. Carlos King. So we're going to talk about Mr. Maurice Scott, and we're also going to talk about former OG cast member Melody Cherie. So let's get to it. So Maurice posted something that I saw, I think it was yesterday or the day before, in regards to the accident he had. I have some thoughts about that anyways, that he's now talking about the accident. But anyways, I'm going to show you the pictures and then also show the caption that he had. He says, "There's always more to a story edited for entertainment. Because of the seriousness of the situation, I felt the need to add context. This led to a concussion and hospitalization, which fill in the missing," he put in quotes, "timeline. No side chick, no lipstick, and absolutely not funny." I was trying to look around to see if he said anything else as far as on Instagram or something, you know? I'm like, okay, cool. Here's my thing, Mr. Maurice Scott. We've been waiting for you to come forward with something. I get that a lot of the social media hoopla with something, but you got to understand the position that you put us in on top of how people do have this type of witch hunt mentality towards you and all of the Scotts. All we heard is that you got arrested for a DUI. Then the following day, you come out. You have a new sports car celebrating like it's just a brand new day. Can't you feel a brand new day? That's how you were. And it was just like, what the? It felt very careless and distasteful. You're in your 40s. There's no excuse. You have a child. Well, no, you have children. Because you did say, well, you have stepchildren, I think you said. But you have some girls that I believe are your stepchildren that you mentioned on last season. We had not much to go by. And then in your arrogancy, and because of how you are defensive in regards to how you have been perceived on this show, I get that you're on attack mode. I do. Because of how you've been treated. But you've been doing 10 seasons now of this. And it's quite interesting at how you decide to conduct yourself. Your arrogancy just always bursts through. And you really look you're unreceivable. So now that you finally told the story to Martell, and I don't think that you were going to tell the story at all. I don't know why you decided to tell it. You could have been having those type of scenes with Kimmy, with your son. You didn't. You were arrogant in that scene and being prideful because you beat the case. How you beat you were released from charges, I don't know. But here's the pictures. He says a tree did this, and a pole did that. But in regards to whatever the animal, I don't know if he was trying to get out of the animal's way, but I thought he said he hit the animal, whatever. He got his Karen Huger on. I don't even think I would have been in that celebratory mode the following day. It's not making sense. If all this stuff happened, which I think it did happen as far as what happened to your car, that's one of your sports cars. I'm sure you love it. It's quite weird at how you conducted yourself afterwards. And then you get on our TVs because you have something to prove to strangers instead of yourself. And nobody wants to receive a view of this. I think you did have an accident. However you got off, cool. But you as a man, you need to rethink it. You need to rethink how you operate. Oh, did your friends come back and talk about the real truth when the charges was dropped? Even though they was making fun of me? I mean, you set the tone as to how people were going to receive you. And now people are supposed to have compassion for you. What, it's about almost a year and a half ago? Even if you didn't want to go into details. Now trying to share this, you're not going to get it. You can say damned if you do, damned if you don't. No, I think we could have been more receptive. If you didn't get out of jail and then try to be this arrogant, pompous ass, celebrating and drinking again, celebrating the next day. This was Memorial Day weekend. We remember that. So, I'm glad you're okay. But you're just going to have to take the lashings along with anyone being glad that you're okay. You said that you went to the hospital and had a concussion and you came right back out and party? That's a little bit too much. I don't know your hospital records. I ain't going to get into that. That's HIPAA anyways. But it's just like, sir, you did all that. This all happened to you. And we see a different story as to what you gave us. Too little, too late. That's all I got to really say about it. I don't have anything really conclusive. The only thing I can say is whatever happened to you, I'm glad that you are still in the land of living. However, you need to grow up in many ways. You're book smart, but everywhere else you are dumb as hell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so we're going to talk about another Huntsville person. Miss Melody Cherie. She got an exclusive in Ebony magazine, which I thought, okay, go ahead. Melody Cherie Rogers. She talks about why she left Love and Marriage Huntsville, which she hasn't really spoken up about it. The most that we got was a tweet or something or a message on Instagram about, finally free. So, this is in Ebony magazine, and it states, Melody Cherie Rogers is saying goodbye to reality TV, but hello to a bigger purpose. From beauty brands to TV networks, here's how she's defining success on her own terms. Melody says, whenever you walk away from the lion's den, why would you go back where the lions are? With that statement, it's pretty clear that a return to Love and Marriage Huntsville is not in Melody Cherie Rogers' future. She dropped a bomb in January when she revealed that she was leaving the franchise after 9 seasons. Yes, she helped launch the series. Yes, her presence has been greatly missed, but she's investing in something bigger. To protect my own emotional health, my own mental health, I don't allow myself to engage or be a part of a trauma that I'm still healing from, she told Ebony exclusively. I do not watch the series. That is still very much a triggering piece for me because a lot of what I went through on that show. Instead, Cherie is focusing on her energy and joy where it truly matters. She's an entrepreneurial goddess who has not one, not two, but several successful businesses that keep her booked and busy. She's also a social media darling with a hearty following and regularly shares her life, her business, and her love of nature. She says, as a child, I've always done multiple things, community-wise, in school and in every organization there was. 9 times out of 10, I was president, she declared. I did pageants. I played the keyboard for my church. I sang and danced on the praise and worship team. I was not limited as a child to tap into all those areas in my life that I chose to explore. Thanking her higher power for the foundation to pursue her gifts as a child, Cherie carried the passion and commitment into adulthood. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 25. That's 15 years of solely working for myself, sustaining and making it work. She invited Ebony along for the ride, literally. She was in transit from a meeting to picking up her 4 beautiful children to share insight of what drives her business-savvy mindset from running her own TV network, leveling up for 7th Avenue franchises, and mastering TikTok. Here's how this Alabama gem gets business done. 7th Avenue Beauty is on fire. How and why did you start the company? Melody says, I actually grew up on 7th Avenue. And that's where I learned as a young girl the importance of skincare, healthcare, and body care. I also suffered from rosacea. My great-grandmother actually gave me some natural things to help calm down the inflammatory patches on my body. I wanted to be able to help others who suffer from certain skin conditions, so I began to formulate products with a black female chemist. She's literally the 2% of the industry. And we gave different products that are natural, vegan, and paraben-free, formulated for us, by us, made here in the USA. And we started working on the line in 2017 and launched in 2022. The magic of Seventh Heaven Beauty lies in its creators. Oh, it looks like 7th Avenue is going to be launching into athletic wear. She says that we've become a one-stop beauty and fashion destination where whatever your needs are. Then she gets into more. I'm just kind of skimming through. I apologize. She talks about her TV network. You also have launched your own TV network. When I, this is Cherie, when I decided to go on reality TV, my mind was already thinking, how do I use this to create something bigger? Now I got my own production company, Tilted Crowns Productions. And I'm the first reality TV personality to own a network, Nubian TV. Understanding and realizing that other people have a dream to be on television and expand their platforms. I wanted to create something that will allow me to do that, and specifically for black women, like Sharnita's World. We're done filming season 2. It's in editing right now, and we'll be dropping this fall. What are we going to see next from you? I'm always creating and working in terms of the Melody Cherie brand. I have new music that I'm dropping. I have a fragrance coming out in the next 2 months, and other innovative things that will continue to elevate us. My mission is when women walk out of the house, they feel beautiful and confident. They're thinking, I know I look good today. And I am continuing to walk in my purpose. Let's see. You were excited for your next chapter as you announced that you exited the Love and Marriage Huntsville. What's your perspective on your decision now? She says, I'm forever surprising me. I continue to witness what looks like to go when God says go, and the blessings that come from that. A lot of times with the decisions I've made, I didn't know what the next step looked like. I didn't know what the future would hold or what it would yield. But in obedience, I understand the importance of trusting my own intuition and spiritual being. I knew that God wasn't going to fail me. Exiting Love and Marriage Huntsville has proven once again, like I did when I left my 13-year marriage, that when God says go, you go. People have said that you were the heartbeat of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and your presence is greatly missed. She says, I'm humbled that people actually love me and love what I bring to the table enough to miss it. I'm not surprised, only because I know that I put all that I put into it. You saw a television show that started airing in 2019, which we started filming in 2018, but what you didn't see was the 3 years before that. I was being persistent and constantly reaching out to a producer to get a show in Huntsville, Alabama. 3 whole years of work before we even started filming. Whenever you put your heart into something and give it your best, whether you're there or not, your presence is going to be felt. I'm excited to take my fans along on my journey of next. Speaking of next, there's a rumor out there that you were dating Hill Harper. She says, no, never been romantically involved. We are great friends and have discussed some business things together. I booked him for a Mimosa with Melody event, Mimosa with Melody event, and donated to his campaign as he was running for office. But no, Hill Harper and I are not a couple. Let's see, that was it. That's all I want to talk about. I'm actually going to conclude with Melody, and I'll just talk about my third topic, which will be Lil Nas X, and that'll be more of a soundbite instead of on Speak Up. So I'm running out of time. So yeah, I'm gonna say this. Melody, you have made huge impact on reality TV as a whole, and your presence on the show. I can't take that away from you. I've had some good days with you. I've had some bad days with you. Overall, I know that this is still entertainment. However, still real stuff was happening. There was something I was talking about on yesterday, and a lot of people are talking about how this cast is operating now, as even with your ex-husband and all that. I wish you included could have came to the conclusion of genuinely apologizing and moving on. I think y'all tried to move on in ways to fulfill your contracts and all that good stuff, and it was just a lot of hurt feelings there that I don't really think got resolved, and it's too bad. And I don't think no one is without fault, even though people want to champion just for you. That's my opinion about it. I still wish you well. I did not know everything about 7th Avenue Beauty like that, and I'm seriously going to check you out. I'm seriously going to do that. I didn't know that all those type of products were in there. I just know that your fan base did really push. I have seen you in a lot of things. I share your stuff. I share everybody's stuff. I want to push and promote anybody at my level. I'm a voice, a small voice, but whatever I can do to sow a seed, I'm a push. So I'm gonna look into your products and see what you can do for me, and just support. I'm proud of you in launching your own TV network and also your own reality TV show. I think that's cool. And keep going forward. Go for gold, and stay on top, lady. I hope you totally heal. I kind of have thought, and this is not in a petty way or trying to reduce you or anything, I have felt like I think someday that you'll return. That's just my thought. Hearing how you are speaking as to how you really just feel like it's a toxic place for you and it's triggering for you, I get it. I think and the reason I would want you to return, because this is still your baby. And hopefully, if the show is still running, maybe 2-3 years down the line, that you will return, even for a guest spot, something, but we shall see. Again, much success to you. I tip my hat off for you, and do it big for yourself, and keep doing it. And that's all I really have to say. I don't have anything really negative to say like that, but anyways. But those are my 2 stories from Huntsville news, as it has become. So y'all can tell me your thoughts below. Let me know how y'all feel about Maurice. Do you even believe the whole story that he's saying? Because it still seems like he's leaving stuff out, in my opinion. And do you really receive what he even has to give to us because of how he has carried on for almost 1.5 years? Y'all let me know. Tell me your thoughts about Miss Mel, and her endeavors. Let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until the next Speak Up, peace.